Hi guys, it's After Hours Erinn. I'm really excited to talk to you today. I've been thinking all day about what I was going to share about, and today I decided to talk about inductions. I want to talk about the difference between a medical induction and an elective induction, how to tell the difference, and then kind of let that be maybe a starting point for you to make a decision about whether an induction is appropriate for you and your baby or not. So there's basically what inductions boil down to two different kinds of inductions. You have medical inductions, which is for a health need of the mother or the baby, and elective inductions, which kind of boil down to convenience of somebody. A lot of times it's the mom who's like, oh man, I'm just so sick of being pregnant. I feel like a whale and I can't sleep, or blah, 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 whatever it is. And so they want to be induced. Or sometimes it's, grandma's in town or whatever. I've heard, doctors, just like my doctor's going on vacation and I super love my doctor. And so I want to make sure that my doctor's at my birth. So I'm going to schedule to be with my doctor. So I'm going to schedule my birth instead of waiting for it to happen on its own. Or even, you guys, I've heard like families where the spouse or the main partner is only available for a certain amount of time before he gets deployed or before some other work related thing, or even where the mom herself has only so much time off and wants to make sure that all of the time off that she has she can spend with her new baby and not pregnant and waiting for a baby to come. So there's a lot of reasons that fall into that convenience for somebody umbrella, but that's an elective induction. So that's the difference between a medical induction for a health need of the mother or baby, or an elective induction, which is for the convenience of somebody involved. So kind of how can you tell the difference? Some things, my best question is to ask, is the baby, or is mom and baby, kind of like this duo, are we safer with baby in, or are we safer with baby out? So most of the time in healthy, normal pregnancies, baby is safer in until baby decides to come out. Baby is always safer in low risk pregnancies. In a high risk pregnancy, or where there's a medical complication or something like that, that's when you see that it's safer either for the mom or for the baby to be on the outside, for pregnancy to be finished and the baby to be, living off their own systems instead of living off of mom. So that's like the main question that I ask when people are trying to figure out, is this a medical induction or an elective induction? Well, is baby safer in or out? Am I safer with baby in or with baby out? And that is the main way you can tell. There's a couple of, I don't know if they're red flags, but maybe orange flags. And so if your due date is around a holiday and you start getting offered an induction, I would just consider that especially suspicious. It doesn't necessarily mean that nobody ever has any medical reasons to induce around a holiday, but it does seem to come on a little bit more often around holidays when families are in town, or so grandma's in town, or the doctor's going out of town, or what have you. Also, there's a couple of other things that are more suspicious than others. Most of the time, being told at the beginning of a pregnancy that we need an induction, that's kind of another one of those orange flags. It doesn't necessarily mean that they're wrong, because sometimes they're right, but it's not maybe as reliable as taking a health inventory towards the end of pregnancy and seeing where we're at. Do we really need this induction, or is it more safe with baby in? So anyway, whatever you decide, an elective induction, a medical induction, or just waiting for your baby to be born, that's totally up to you. But knowing that there's two different kinds of inductions and how to tell the difference can be very helpful in making that decision and whether or not it's appropriate for yourself and your baby. So this has been After Hours Erinn. Thank you for visiting. Please feel free to check out my website, makinglittlemiracles.com, and we'll talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.